All right, welcome, family. This is the Hype of Christ podcast, and we want to welcome you to our first official episode. This is a podcast where we encourage youth and young adults to live a life that's centered around Christ, growing purposely for Christ, and not just on Sundays. And listen, before we get into this podcast, we want to make sure you understand what Hype for Christ really means. It don't mean excitement. It don't mean exaggeration. It don't mean get crunk. All right. It's way deeper than that. Hype for Christ is how you purposely evolve daily for Christ. That's what Hype for Christ stands for. How you purposely evolve daily for Christ. Hey, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. PJ. PJ is our youth president, and we're here to join together to have an exciting podcast episode, and I hope you enjoy this. Okay, PJ, how you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm doing
You
good.
good?
Excited to be here.
Yeah, good to see you, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's been a good one, man. We've been talking about this for a minute,
Yeah.
and I'm glad we finally get to sit down and have this podcast.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
Ready to see how it go.
yeah, it's gonna go good, bro. We just finna talk how we normally talk,
Mhm.
and we're gonna enjoy, what God gonna do through this podcast. So just opening up, man, we just want to talk about and talk to the people about how God has moved in our life, how God has changed in the Hype for Christ ministry here at the church, and how God is really flourishing in this moment, right?
Mhm.
So we're thankful to God, first of all, to be here tonight. And we're thankful for you all being here tonight. Hey, so continue to listen. If I haven't told you already, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Subscribe to the Church Christ New Beginning YouTube page, and like the Hype for Christ podcast playlist. Okay, like the podcast playlist. That's all you got to do. And we're gonna enjoy this tonight. And so let's start this way, man. Um, what does Hype for Christ mean to you?
Mm. It means a lot to me ever since we started this ministry with the acronym that we do have. It has helped me focus more on the daily fellowship with Christ. Like you said, not just coming on Sundays or not just showing up to a Bible class or whatever the church itself may be holding, but more so on a personal level with Christ on a daily basis and uh, a more, I guess you could say, minute way with just small things we do
Yeah,
throughout the day, making sure that we're doing it for Christ and evolving daily. I believe that's the biggest impact it has is just evolving daily and daily, even if things may not seem like it's progressing or
hmm,
things may not seem like they move in the way that I feel they should move. Is just make the most out of today. And
yeah,
so it has helped me a lot with not looking too far into the future or not worrying too much about things. Just how can I get better today?
yeah,
And the ministry as a whole, the hype night that we do have, the different things that we have our minds set on has just helped me a lot. It's been a light in my life and a bright spot in my life.
yeah,
So I'm really excited to see
yeah.
how far this goes and where God takes us. So yeah, I'm just excited.
Hey, I think this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
It feels like the beginning, even though we've been doing this for a couple years, not the podcast, but the ministry, the hype night, we've been doing for a few years. But I think this is just the beginning. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we're just breaking out of the shell like a new spring chicken. You know what I'm saying? We just getting going. We just
Mm-hmm.
getting going. And for a lot of people, they may not know what hype for Christ mean. They may not understand what we mean when we say we hyped and we holler hype night and all that. They may not understand that. So hype for Christ is simply how you purposely evolve daily. That's what
Mm-hmm.
hype means. How you purposely evolve daily. And there's a non-negotiable at the end for Christ.
Yeah.
Like you can't leave out Christ. And we've learned over the years just in this ministry that you can develop and evolve in different ways in your life. But the importance is you evolving for Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And we understand that uh, Christ want to bless our life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he definitely want to bless our life. And he's the creator,
Mm-hmm.
sustainer, protector, all that we need. So if we allow God to be the center of our life, if we allow him to direct our life and all of that and whatever else comes with it, we'll see much flourishing in our life. We'll see more enjoyable days, not just years and a lifetime. Days, our days will be a whole lot better. And so, how you purposely evolve daily for Christ. So, for our audience, we're gonna kind of talk through the entire acronym,
Mm-hmm.
right? And because this is the foundational episode, we want to introduce everybody to what Hype for Christ is.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're gonna talk about the how.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff. The
Yeah.
how, like the how matters.
How is important?
The how matters. So, like, what you think when you just think about the whole acronym and you go to the how? Like, what that mean, like to you?
Oh, I feel like I guess a good thing that it's the first acronym or the
Yeah,
first letter because that's really the first step. You can do the right thing, but if you don't have the right heart behind it,
yeah,
or you may not do it in the right way,
yeah,
then you may not receive the fullness of it, or you may not put out the fullness that you could.
yeah,
So you may be helping the homeless or whatever the act may be, but it's
yeah,
how you're doing it.
yeah,
Are you doing it for as the Bible says, vain glory, or are you
yeah,
doing it for the glory of God?
yeah,
And how is important. It has to be for the glory of God. How you do it intentionally,
yeah,
you do it wholeheartedly,
yeah,
you do it with everything that you have.
yeah,
So the how is really important.
yeah,
It may be the most important is how, because you can
yeah,
do a lot of things, but
yeah.
how you do it is important.
That's definitely important. Like how you do it. Like we say all the time. When you wake up in the morning, what's your first thought? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? When you going about your day, like how are you going about your day? It's
Mm-hmm.
like what are your thoughts and what is your heart posture for when living for Christ? You know, when you doing this, like the how it
Mm-hmm.
matters.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us sometimes miss the how, but there are a lot of people in life that want to do, want to live the way, want to follow Christ, but they don't know the how.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing. They don't know the how. And our Bible tells us how,
Mm-hmm.
right? In Matthew 6:33, that's one way of how. Seek ye first. So when you want to open that up a little bit, like people must understand, first of all, you must give your life to Christ and then you commit your life to Christ. But you have to study the word as well. You have to find your Bible-based church that's teaching truth,
Mm-hmm.
not one of those places that want to encourage you to live life and be
Mm-hmm.
your best self and flourish in whatever's on your heart, on your mind. No, if God is the center and God is the creator, we must learn to live life according to what He wants. And He has already predestined it, right? He
Mm-hmm.
has already created a life for us and told us how we should live, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the how is important. So what a person should do is first seek God. You gotta seek God. Like you
Right.
were saying, like what is your heart? When you're doing a certain thing, what is your heart? Like what's your heart posture? Like what is your heart saying through this? Like your heart is very important. So the how,
Yeah. That made me think about when Jesus was speaking in the Sermon on the Mount, like just for instance, when he was talking about fasting. You
yeah.
can fast and you may be abstaining from the things you fasted from, but it's how you doing it. If you
Yeah.
doing it just so other people could see that you fasting,
Yeah.
that's your reward.
That ooh.
But if you doing it for to get closer to God, then that's your reward.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's all about how.
It's about how. Like, don't just do it. Then what same like you said, fasting, the same thing with giving. You know, that
Mm-hmm.
whole chapter 6 right there.
Yeah.
Same thing with giving. If you doing it to be seen,
Yeah.
that's your reward. If you praying to be heard, that's your reward.
One thing about God, he know how you doing it.
He know.
You can fake it to people all you want to. You can make it seem good. He know. You can never
Man,
get around
he said he the one that searches our heart.
it. Mm-hmm.
So God, starting off with the how.
Yeah.
God, man, just thinking about it, boy, especially when you don't have knowledge of who God is
Mm-hmm.
and don't have knowledge of who Jesus is, it's just like you running in circles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have no direction. You want to like so a
Yeah.
lot of people come to church every Sunday. Some people come to Bible class. Some people come to Sunday school, and they still trying to figure out how.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
It's all like that's really the first step. You gotta know how to do
Gotta
it.
know how, man.
Like this with a lot of things in life,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to God. You can
Mm-hmm.
say all you want in your heart, I want to do this and I want to do that, I want to be better.
Right.
But if you don't pick up the word and figure out how, if you don't pray, Lord, show me how to do these things, then like you said, it's running in circles. It's a whole bunch of empty efforts.
Man, empty effort. We just exist.
Man.
Oh my God. So the how is very important.
Yeah.
We established the how is very important
Very.
to living this life of Christ, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to the next letter. You. Y-O-U.
Mm-hmm.
It's personal.
Personal.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
It's just you and your relationship, your walk with God. One thing I've learned, especially lately, as we've been especially studying Deuteronomy, is that God wants a relationship with you, with me, with all of us. He want, like in Romans, he said, hey, Paul said, we can cry out, Abba, Father.
Right.
Like we're not slaves, we're not strangers. He don't deal with us like that, you know what I'm saying? And don't get the slave misconstrued, you know what I'm saying? Like we are slaves and we should want to be in the same way Paul was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But he said we God has not just chosen us to be a slave or a servant or whatever. God has chosen to be our father.
Mm-hmm.
Like our father, like dad. Thank you. Like,
that's what he was saying. It's not a spiritual bondage unto fear. It's not. It's not. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Or God gonna handle it this way. But it's the fact that He our Father. Like that's the driving
That's the
force
drive.
of it.
Exactly.
He's our Father.
We ain't slaves like that. Man. We ain't got no whip. Do it. Like no, man. Like people we should. That's the thing. That's the one of the like we said how was like the most important. But once you start getting to every letter, you're like, man,
that might be it.
Yeah. So because you have to realize that your personal relationship with God is important.
It's everything.
We all got to realize that. Like if we don't realize that, because some people believe in Jesus, they want to believe in Jesus, just like we said with the how, but with the you, they don't know that God really loves them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that God really is there for them at all times. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't feel that. But what we want to do is encourage people to know that God is always there. His word is true. His word say he'll never leave you or never forsake you, right? He's there. He's with you to the end. He said, I'll supply all your needs. And then in this relationship, he said, I'll come and I'll abide with you. There's a thing he says in John. He said, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Right.
And then he was like, Lord, how you going? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna abide with us and send us a comforter and not to the world, right? Because he said the world don't know me. He said, but if you keep my commandments, my Father gonna abide with you. He gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna abide with you. Matter of fact, we both gonna abide with you. Right. He wanna take care of us, bro. So the you is very important. When did you start realizing how important the relationship was to you?
That's really when everything changed, when I realized that it had to be me. Because, you know, grow up in a family, you going to church.
You going to
You're
church.
going. It don't matter if it's service, Sunday service, VBS, revival, church having a prayer breakfast. On Halloween, you ain't going out with your friends. You're going to the trunk or treat. Like you going to church.
Yeah, bro.
That's the
you
way
going
it
to
was.
The trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hallelujah night. Right?
Yeah, the growing up, we didn't really understand it, but we saw this, man, they forcing us to go to church. I don't want to, but they showing you got to build this relationship.
Yeah.
And so around quarantine, you know, we had a lot of time to ourselves. I really feel like the distractions were cut off. You wasn't always out at work or at school around people all the time. It was you and whoever was in the house, and it was you and God.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times it was just me and God, and I just had a feeling in my spirit, and I prayed to God. I said, man, my grandma know you, talk about you all the time. My dad know you, talk about you all the time. They teach me, but I want to know you for myself so I can be able to tell people what God did for me.
That's right.
I know Jesus died for my sins, but not a but in discrediting it. But at the same time, I want to have a story with Jesus. I want to
Yeah.
be able to tell somebody, because I
Exactly.
always hear pastor or different preachers or my
Mhm.
grandma talking about the experience they had.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I want to have an experience like that. And so just more and more I started. Well, really, I read Revelation, and
Yeah.
that kind of set me straight. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get myself together. Because at the
Yeah.
same time, it showed me the glory of God, though, to show me how amazing that He
Right,
was
exactly.
to have this kind of power. But they really showed me, man, I gotta find Him for myself.
Yeah.
So that really kickstarted it. Really kickstarted me wanting to put things down to get closer to Him for myself. Another thing that started it big was when we went on the KAA trip. And that's when I really had my first real encounter with the Holy Spirit,
Yeah.
where it's just that unexplainable, unspeakable feeling that you
Yeah.
have.
Oh, that night we was at the
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even. If somebody asked me what happened, I couldn't even tell them.
That was crazy.
It's I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.
I recommend all viewers, if you can, go to KAA. Go to KAA. I
Go to
recommend that.
Yeah. He came in like the day of Pentecost, didn't
He was there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He was there. And that's,
I think everybody was balling,
man.
like just balling.
Yeah, I remember we was in our cabin and because I was real close and real cool with all the guys that was in the cabin. We was all saying, well, the Kaleos was telling us that this was the night. We were like, what y'all talking about? They're like, we're not gonna explain, but this the night.
Yeah.
It did. So we was all trying to be talking, I ain't crying. Man, before we know it, we all on our knees, group huddled up together. We just crying, man. It's just,
bro,
it was crazy.
Bro, it was so I remember that you brought it up before y'all came out. They had all of us on the basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
We was just praying for like an hour. We was just in groups. All of us, Kaleos, we was just praying. We taking turns, praying, just taking turns, bro. And it was just like crazy. And we was praying so much, bro. Y'all had started coming, and some of us were still praying.
Mm-hmm.
And we was in groups. And I didn't know what to expect. It was my first time too.
Mm-hmm.
But bro,
yeah, that's when I realized how real it was.
Yeah,
cause a lot of times when we read or we try to get closer, we just see God as this out of being who just was looking down on us, watching all of us, watching our every move.
Yeah.
But He in our hearts, He's in our bodies, right, He with us. Like Jesus said, He abide with us, and we abide with Him.
Yeah.
And that's when I really experienced that. It's like Jeremiah said, it's shed up in your bones. It's all over you. You ain't thinking about nothing else. Like it's just unexplainable. That was a big thing that showed me or prepared me into realizing how important it is for you to build that relationship with Him, you yourself. Like my grandma's faith can't get me into heaven.
Right.
My pastor's faith, my dad's faith, they can't get me into heaven. It's about you. And once you realize how much He loves you, how close He is to you, this is huge. It's big.
That's right.
Man, he everywhere. He inside of us. He's closest thing to us.
Man, He inside of us, bro.
He living through us, living within us.
And you know the thing that allowed Him to move the way He moved that night in you and all of us was because you was open. You was open. Like sometimes we come to church, we closed off, or sometimes we have too many distractions. What they did at KAA was made it where you had no distractions.
Right.
They took the cell phones. Yeah. They took everything. So all you knew during that week was Jesus. Like you had other people there, you may have other conversations, but during certain periods and times, they made it where your mind and your heart was simply on Jesus. Like think about Hype for Christ and what the acronym says, and think about how they made that week. That week was solely focused on Jesus.
Exactly.
Nothing else.
Like I remember in our cabins where they have like at nighttime, turn the lights off, because we turned all the lights off. We using a flashlight to read the Bible. It's just this the only thing we focused on. We all huddled up in the group, sitting Indian style on the ground. We just talking about Jesus, reading the word. It's nothing else.
Nothing else.
And I'm glad they made it that way. There's nothing else to do. Certain periods of the day, like you said, you go swimming or you go play basketball, but every single thing else we do is about Christ. When we go to eat, before we go in, we got certain restrictions and guidelines to make sure that our mind focused. You can't do too much playing. You can't do too much talking and all that. And I'm not realizing it, but looking back on it, it's so your mind is focused.
That's right.
So it's no distractions. We go in, eating breakfast, they singing songs, they playing worship the whole time. You either praying, listening to scripture being read, or listening to worship music.
Yep.
Like that's all you doing.
It's like Jesus,
That's all you doing
the whole time.
Yeah, so the distractions, cutting off the distractions is a big thing. And that's a big thing with the you, is how you, like the whole thing, how you purposely evolve daily. It's about you cutting off them distractions, you making them sacrifices, you doing the things that you need to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got it like that for a reason.
Yes.
Because if just coming to church, listening to somebody else say something, if that got us in, we would never know Christ for ourselves.
We won't.
And we wouldn't appreciate him for who he is.
And that's the amazing part, is appreciating him. And that's what all of us have to realize too, how amazing God is, what he's done for us. And like we was talking, I think the other Sunday in Sunday school, and we was like, not only did he create us, that was enough. Was that Sunday school or Bible class? It was one or two. But not only did he create us, which was enough, he died for us, right? And then the Bible says, if we sin in 1 John, right, he's the advocate. He stands up for us even after he has died. So when you, as an individual, consider all of that, that should be enough for you to be like, he's worth it. He's this life is worth it.
It's kind of like what the writers were saying in Hebrews. What he did is enough.
Yeah.
It's like when he said that his grace is sufficient. All these, like, we don't need nothing else.
We really don't.
We get blinded by all these different things, but we don't need nothing else.
Right.
Even in him, he don't need to do nothing else. He don't got to come back and die again. Right. When he come back, we going with him. He done did everything he needed. That's why he said it's finished. Yeah. He did everything. And then even now to this day, he's still doing something.
Still doing. That's the thing. That's why we have to be thankful God is not like us. Because even if even if we decided to allow our child to die for another, that will be enough. He's not going to keep standing up for you. He's not going to keep taking up for you. No, we've been told him, be quiet. You already did enough. Yeah, you already did enough. They ain't gonna do right. You ain't standing up no more. You ain't gonna be their lawyer. You ain't gonna be the defense attorney for them, right? Like you've done enough, but he chooses to keep standing up. He chooses to keep, bro. That's crazy. So the personal relationship is important.
It's very important.
Still think how is the most important? Or you, the personal relationship?
All of them. I just gotta say all of them, because we're gonna get to the P.
So that leads us, right? That leads us to the P. Purposely.
Yeah.
Purposely. Intentional. On purpose.
With a mind that this is what I'm gonna do.
This is what I'm gonna do.
Like Pastor say, made up mind, the double determination, the positive will. All of it.
Oh, you can't stop me.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, we on our way. See, purposely, bro, on purpose, like that's why it is so important. On purpose, intentional. You have to, in order to do it on purpose, though, you have to know something about him. Yeah, you gotta know something about him, because you're not gonna get up every day and intentionally live for God. You're not gonna get up every day intentionally read your Bible. You're not gonna intentionally get up every day on purpose, pray a prayer. And even with us that go every Sunday and have a relationship, sometimes we still don't get up and pray every day. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know something about him to purpose. You have to appreciate him. You have to, in a way, adore him to purposely do it. So how you, on purpose, this is it took me a while, uh, up to about 29, 30, before the intention or me intentionally wanting to be at church or going to church, me intentionally reading the Bible, me intentionally praying,
Mm-hmm.
and years after that, finally started to develop a prayer life, develop study habits, and as the intention rose, his revelation
Mm-hmm.
started to come. Right?
Yeah. He move as we move.
He he waiting. He's like, you don't even know how much I want to pour out,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't pour until, you know what I'm
You
saying?
open up.
He right, just like Malachi, what we read every Sunday for offering.
Mm-hmm.
Prove me. I open up a windows of heaven, pour you out a blessing that you won't have room enough to receive,
Right.
and then I rebuke for you. But like you said, we move, he move. We move, and he ready to move. It's like
Mm-hmm.
he on edge. Like,
Yeah.
hold on, you was going the right direction. Why you stop? I was about to.
Yeah.
And we get to that edge and we allow Satan to trick us to go in a different direction or to keep us blinded to not really see how amazing God is. And we tend to, um, yeah, we tend to not do things on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do things because we're forced to.
Mm-hmm.
Life gets to beating us down.
Yeah.
Life start knocking us down, and
Feel like and I feel like we ain't got no other choice.
we ain't got no other choice.
That's where it push us to.
But he push us. We'll push there,
Mm-hmm.
but we still don't see him for who he really is.
Right.
At that moment, we see him as a deliverer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We see him as a deliverer. And sometimes, like when we get real sick in our body, oh, I need some help because I can't do it. We see him as a healer then, right? We never see him as Lord.
Treating like a emergency savings account.
Man.
Some mess up, I need to go to my emergency savings.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he want to be everything. He want to be our primary. Then
Man.
we wouldn't end up in those situations. And even if we do, we'll know that it wasn't us that put us there. He put us there. And it's a reason that he put us there.
It's a reason. He just wanted to get the glory out of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He gonna get it.
He gonna get it.
What pastor told me one time. I was going through something. He was telling me, God just want to get the glory, and trust me, he gonna get it. It's too powerful not to get it.
He gonna get it. It just take us too long to get there.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go around the corner, up the street, behind the alley,
Man.
and he still gonna get it, bro. God, he still because either we gonna rejoice and thank him because he is who he is, or we gonna rejoice and thank him because he's brought us from and
like
brought us through.
When Jesus told them, the people, he said, believe me for the works. He's like, if you ain't gonna believe me for who I am, look what I'm doing. Believe me for either way. You're gonna believe.
Bro, it's crazy. I think I was reading that this morning.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, just believe me for the works. I've done plenty.
More than enough.
I've done plenty. Which one you want me to do again? Come on, bro. Purposely, intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to see God for who he is. We see Jesus for who he is, bro. He's done so much. And that's why we're doing the podcast. Mm-hmm. Not only do we have this amazing church that we go to.
Amazing.
Right.
Emphasis on amazing.
And we have an amazing youth group. And I applaud y'all, bro. Y'all do an amazing job here at the church. How y'all allowing God to move and work in y'all life. The boldness is what I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? The boldness is what I enjoy. At one point we have people crying when they get up because they don't want to be up, and we stumbling all the words. But now y'all starting to do stuff on y'all own. Y'all praying, y'all talking, y'all lifting Jesus up, y'all shouting. Bro, that's God doing what he want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes an individual to know who he is, appreciate who he is, and be open for him to do what he want to do. So that's purpose, intentional, doing things intentionally. Like every Sunday we come here, Pastor, like we not have no bad Sunday, bro.
Yeah, ain't no such thing.
Well, what a bad, what slow? No, bro, no.
We woke up, didn't
We bruh, simple. Ain't nothing else to do.
we?
We woke up. Simple as that. So, doing things on purpose is an important part of the acronym. How you purposely. Let's get to the next one. Evolve.
Gotta evolve.
Got it.
From glory to glory.
From glory to glory.
Yeah.
When you look at the word evolve, when I was working with this, and when God allowed this acronym to come about in my mind, when I got to evolve, there was another word that was bouncing. It was evolve and another word. I cannot remember what it was, but I couldn't get away from evolve, right? Couldn't get away from evolve. And then when I was thinking about evolve, I always thought about a caterpillar and a butterfly. That's why you see the butterfly on the E. I intentionally told the artist to put it on the E. Like, he was like, at first when he gave me the mocks, he had it in different places. I said, put it on the E. Because it symbolizes development.
Right.
And I was even considering putting a caterpillar on there to show like the transition. What is it called?
Metamorphosis.
Yeah, exactly. I was considering showing that in a way. And maybe we'll put it on some merch.
Yeah.
Right? But we intentionally put the butterfly on there to show that we're not the caterpillar anymore.
Right.
We've evolved. Exactly. And I was like, man, how you purposely evolve? Bro, we want to grow.
Right.
We want to change. We want to be better. Whatever we want to say, how we want to put it. But the point is, how you evolve is important. And who you evolving for. What are you evolving for? And if you ain't evolving for Christ,
fame,
you wasting time, bro. Yeah. That's what Ecclesiastes say, right? Yeah, Solomon have everything.
He wanted us to evolve, and I know, man, he be frustrated with us sometimes, for lack of a better word. He be frustrated, like, I want this for you. I got all of this for you. If you just evolve.
Yeah.
And we'll get content with the small things. We'll get content with, oh, well, I go to church. Oh, well, I go to Bible class. Yeah. Oh, well, I ain't ashamed to say that I believe. Like, all that is good, and all of that is foundation of it, but he want more than that. Like in Hebrews said, we move on from the principal things, and they said laying hands on the sick, raising the dead. Like, so we think the things we doing is, I'm doing something. He said laying hands on the sick is baseline. And he said let's evolve and move on and grow from that. So how much? So man, what can we not do? Man. Like when he cursed the fig tree and they came back and said, man, what kind of man is this that he can curse a fig tree? And he turned and said, if you tell a mountain to move, it'll move. Right. And then, man, once we start evolving, once we recognize that we can evolve, then we'll see God working amazing ways.
And you just said that he said that we can move mountains. You know what? Because we as human beings, people don't see that it's possible to do a thing like that. We'll dumb it down and it's like he's telling you to talk to the problem in your life and do. So why is it and how is it that he can walk on water?
Man,
he can calm the storm. He can feed the 5,000 plus, the 4,000 plus, and he can do all these amazing things and then come back to us and say the same power that raised my son from the grave is the same power that dwelleth in you. But then when it comes to us moving a mountain,
it's hyperbole.
Yeah.
Or it's figurative, like, no, that's what he just cursed the fig tree. And he said that we'll do greater work. He said greater works than these shall you do.
Right.
I've
Right.
been reading. I was reading in Luke this
Yeah.
morning
Yeah.
where he was where Peter's mother-in-law was sick.
Yeah.
And I was reading, and it said immediately she rose and fellowship with them.
Man.
Immediately. Like, we got the power.
We got the power.
And we got to recognize that we have the power.
We got
to evolve, and even in our mindset, to not just think, oh, well, if a financial situation come up, I can pray through that. It's so much deeper than, like, what can we not do?
Exactly.
It's so much deeper than that. If we have an illness in our body, we can rebuke that illness and it'll leave.
That's right.
I was reading when the paralyzed man was let down through the roof. He told him, he told him to walk.
Yeah.
So what can we do? We just feel like people always use the excuse, I'm not Jesus.
Yeah.
You is joint heir.
Joint heir.
The same thing he get, we get. We got the power. It ain't like God gave him a bigger portion of his power. It's the exact same thing. It's the same spirit.
It's the same spirit.
And
man.
the more I read, the more I'm realizing that, and God revealing that to me, is that we got the same spirit. And we got to receive that and understand that. Man, we Jesus.
Yeah.
We not Jesus
exactly.
Christ, but
what you saying.
We Jesus.
Yeah.
He made us in his image and his likeness. He didn't make the birds and animals in his image and likeness. He made us that way.
That's right.
And gave us the dominion over it.
Everything.
Like, we don't realize we rule the world.
That's right. That's right.
Like, we may think it's in political power or telling somebody to do this, to do that, but we rule the world.
That's right. That's right.
We the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
We keeping it back from decay. We preserving the earth. So it's in the power in us.
It's in us. And he gave us that authority, like you said. And he said that this is what I called you to do.
Right.
And when, you know what I'm saying, people looking for purpose in life, read the Bible. We be worrying about what kind of job he got for us, what kind of business he want us to have.
It's small.
And what kind of money we gonna make. That ain't purpose, bro. You know, when the disciples, they had an occupation. That wasn't their purpose. That was not their purpose. Fishermen, that was not their purpose in life.
He told them, now you will be fishers of men. That ain't what you here for. Yeah, you may be a fisherman, but that's not what you here for.
No, that ain't what you here for. I got you. I got a purpose for your life. And that's the same thing with all of us. We all have a purpose in life. And like we're saying, we on the evolve. We must, like, don't stay in the same place. Like, everybody should grow day to day. Not, I ain't saying month to month. Yes, we should. Not year to year. We should grow day to day. Right? We should grow day to day. Evolve to the last letter. Daily.
Man, it flow perfect.
Flow perfect.
Yeah, the jump flow perfect. Yeah, we did good with that one.
Evolve daily, bro. Every day. No days off. Every single day.
Like Jesus, he was telling them, tomorrow got no troubles. Man. We got to focus on today. Because if we handle today, tomorrow going to handle itself.
Right.
If we handle today and we take every day, I'm going to handle today, I'm going to handle today, I'm going to handle today. Then that thing, you was worried about a month ahead, you will be at that day. And since you done did what you can, that evolve daily. Now what you was looking at a month ahead, that done figured itself out. Because God, he going to do it for us. He going to handle it for us. So do what you can that day.
That Matthew chapter 6, boy, serious vision, man. That whole little, man, all the way. If you, like, once you get past the model prayer and the fasting, and he started talking about where to lay your treasures, where to store your treasures, and you can't serve and worship God and mammon, and then going down to, didn't I clothe the lilies? Didn't I the birds?
They don't worry about food.
They don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing.
And it's just crazy when you really think about it. That's why, like, we speak about a lot at church, not just reading but studying. But when you read something, really think about it. Think about what he's saying.
Right.
He said he made the fowls of the earth. Then he gave us dominion over them fowls. So if he gonna give them some, what you think he gonna
get? Exactly.
What you think he gonna give us?
That's what he said. Well, won't I do that? Won't I take care of you? It's like, so seek ye first. So every day we wake up, you know, we say this every hype night, every single day. You get up, how you get up, you know it's you, the person, getting up. You're thankful when you get up. So purposely you do it with intention because of what he's already done. And you evolve, you growing. Every single day you should evolve. Like, do we make mistakes? Yeah, we make mistakes. Will we not pray one day? Yeah, we may not pray one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you'll be perfect, and that's not what we were talking about tonight. We're talking about choosing to live for Jesus every day.
Yeah.
Like, progression in this point is better than perfection. It's
Right.
more important than perfection. Progression is more important than perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's choosing to do this every day. It's choosing to evolve every day. It's choosing to do it on purpose every day. It's choosing to have a relationship with Him every day. You know what I'm saying? It's every single day you're choosing to do this, and that's what we encouraging people to do. Choose Jesus every day. Like, He will never fail. He will never go wrong. You'll never go wrong with Him. He'll never be lack on His word. He'll never be slack on His word. Everything will come to fruition just the way He says it's going
Swear
to.
by His own self.
Swear by His own self.
He said it's two sureties you got. First of all, I swear by my own self, and I can't even lie. I can't lie.
I can't lie.
And even though you know I can't lie, I'm still gonna swear by myself.
Man,
always go the extra mile.
Man.
And that's a big thing that I'm appreciative for, and that's
Yeah.
why we can purposely evolve daily.
Right.
Because again, once you know who He is, once you know the things that He done, you'll be like, man, I gotta give Him something back.
You got to.
Why not my life? He gave me His life. I gotta give something back. Plus, not only because He could have just came down, lived the what we call normal life, died or whatever, but He did work while He was here. He showed us the way while He was here. He was the example, the way, the truth, and the life.
Right.
Like, He didn't just, but we will shortchange Him. We'll say, well, at least I did this. At least I prayed. At least I showed up to church. But He didn't say, at least I died. Even afterwards, when we go through something, like we say, when we sin, He don't look at God and say, well, at least I died for Him. He said, nah, He stand up for us.
Right.
He took the extra step. He always do that for us.
Yeah.
So that's why we gotta evolve daily.
Evolve daily. Every single day. It should be on purpose. Like, we should cry out to Him. We like, Abba, Father, Daddy, thank you for what you have done for me. Like earlier we established that He created us. He died for us, and we know He rose, of course, and He's an advocate. You know, one thing I forgot, between Him rising and being an advocate, He gave us His Holy Spirit.
There's one thing that's been hitting me a lot lately. I should be like, man, you gave me your spirit. Like, you put it in me and said that I'm sealed, that I ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere, bro.
And it do everything that you could ever imagine. It's remind you, comfort you, it guide you, it show you, nah, don't do that. Do this. And whether we listen or not, it don't never say, man, they ain't gonna listen. Knowing that we ain't. Knowing that God outside the time. He know I'm gonna tell them this and they not gonna listen. They gonna get in this type of situation. But He still do it. He don't never He don't never hold back.
Nah, He don't never hold back. He give us, like you said, He give us extra. He always, we can say, overdo it. He always do it. He do it for us.
For us.
He do it for us because He loves us. Like, I always think about, one day I dived into, it was probably for a week, I dived into the story of Noah and God flooding the earth and bringing all that. Like, God was upset. You know what, God, He could still be doing that to this day if He chose to. But He said, I smell a sweet smelling savor. There's somebody that can die instead of you. That has always, it did something to me. He was like, I got the answer. It ain't like He just came up with the answer, but He was letting us know that you ain't got to die. I got somebody that's going to die for you.
He could have kept doing it.
He could have kept
doing it. He would have had the right.
He would have had the right. Because Romans, wages of sin, the payment for sin is death. Everybody has sinned. And the payment that we deserve is death, right? The payment is death. Like, do we think about that? The payment is death. Every 2 weeks, I want my paycheck. For when I went to work, I did what they asked me to do, what was on the contract I signed to get paid, what I supposed to get paid for the job that I perform. I need that every 2 weeks. I need that. God can say, I need this.
Right.
You sin.
I need
this. Pay me.
And he loved us so much. They said, "No, I ain't gonna have y'all die.
Yeah,
I'm finna send my son to do it for y'all."
I'm gonna send
It didn't make no sense. Not in the way of not understanding, but it make no sense.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what lead us to be like, God, I got to do something because
Yeah.
you did this for me.
Yeah.
It don't make. I don't even treat people who on the same level as me right.
Right.
You God,
man.
like you God. It don't get no higher than that.
Exactly.
Like you said, who counsel me?
Yeah.
Who can tell me anything?
Anything.
If you wanted to wipe us out again, you would have had the right to do it.
He could definitely do it.
But you said nah, cause he knew that ain't gonna get the job done.
Yeah.
Like Paul said, we can't abide by the law of death.
Yeah.
Cause it's just gonna keep happening, keep happening. But he said, I'm gonna send my son who righteous, who gonna do it right.
Yeah.
And just for him doing it, I'm gonna have that blood cover all of y'all. That's why the word say he didn't die just for believers, but the sins of believers, but the whole
world.
Even the ones that go against them, the satanics, the Muslims, or whoever outside of God's will, whoever don't believe in Jesus Christ, knowing they not gonna believe. He still said, I'm gonna still die for y'all.
I died for you. That you have an opportunity, that you have a right to this. He said you got a right to this. Man, that's why it's important. Every single day. Don't miss a day. Because what he's done is so important that we shouldn't miss a day. So again, this is what we want to encourage people to do, is to evolve every day. Seek God every day. There's a reason to do it. There's a reason we should lay on our face. There's a reason we should lock ourselves in our secret closet and pray to God. There's a reason why we should read and study the word. It's life. I remember preacher said it was a roadmap. It's the truth. I heard preacher say it's the Constitution. Or whatever kind of words you want. If we don't have that, imagine what life would be like. You know what I'm saying? And my daddy used a analogy one time, a lesser analogy. It was let's think about a world with no police. Think about a world you can't call police. Think about a world with no doctors or hospitals. You can't.
Everything just wasted away, being destroyed.
Come on.
No order.
No medicine. No, just think about that type of world, and we'll feel like God is cruel. Why would he create me and we ain't got nothing to help us out? Or nothing to make my body better, whatever the case. But he created us. He knew we were horrible, but he still loves us. And then he said, I'll send my son to die for you. And then I'll make you righteous, where you can inherit eternal life. Because the only way you get in heaven if you're righteous, considered righteous. But in our fleshly bodies, we'll never be considered righteous. So he says, I'm going to look at you through the lenses of my son and consider you righteous. Even though you're not, I'm going to consider you righteous.
Just because you believe.
Just because you believed in my son. That's it. That's all you got to do. Believe in my son, that he died and he rose. That's it. Believe he's my son. He was not just a prophet. Yeah, he wasn't just a prophet. He was my son that existed before the foundations of the world, that I said, I'm going to send to die for no good people. David's like, why are you so considerate of us? What is it about man that you're so mindful of us? Like, what is it about us? So that whole acronym leads us to the non-negotiable. For Christ. How you do all of this for Christ?
Because everything he did out of obedience to the Father was for us.
It was for us.
He was born in a manger.
Yeah.
He was God in the flesh. He could have had everything. He could have bossed people around. You do this, you do that. You go give me this.
Right.
You give me this. You give me that. One of the only things I remember Jesus telling somebody to get him was that donkey. He ain't never just go get this, go get that. He God in the flesh. He got all the power.
Yeah.
But he humbled himself.
Right.
He could have had all the royalty. He could have lived like more than what Solomon did.
Yeah.
God made Solomon the richest wisest man.
Yeah.
Could have been Jesus, but that ain't what he wanted to do. He wanted to do things for us.
Could have been Jesus. Well, that's crazy.
He could have had the biggest home, all the best clothes.
Yeah.
But he lived the life we'll feel like he poor. That's why when he would teach at his hometown, they said, ain't this Joseph's son? He got people looking at him like that. He didn't feel no type of way about it.
Right.
Somebody say something to us, some type of way, be like, man, who you talking to like that? I'm somebody.
Right, exactly.
But Jesus he ain't feel the need to.
Yeah.
He didn't feel the need to press his identity too much. He didn't feel the need to press to say he proclaimed to be and was the Son of God, but he wasn't going around everywhere with his chest poked out. I'm the Son of God. I'm the Son of God. I'm above all y'all.
Yeah.
He washed the disciples' feet.
Man.
Like, to have all, man, if we had all that power, we do everything we wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Jesus humbled himself.
So took the low road.
The low road.
Yeah.
We'd look at him some type of way. They rejected him.
Yeah.
He wasn't pleasing to look at, all these things.
Yeah.
It could have been all of these things, but he didn't want that. He wanted a sole purpose. He wanted one thing.
Yeah.
We care a lot about clothes. We care a lot about the way we look and all of that. And then we'll put living for Christ on the back seat. When he did the opposite. Right. He said, I don't care about these clothes. I don't care to have myself looking this type of way. I just want to do my Father's will. I just want to save these people.
It. That's it. He want to do it. That's all he cared about doing. At 12.
He told it. He in a way talked smart to me, like, man, you should have known I was in the temple. You should have known this where I was. You don't know that this is what I'm doing. This the only reason I'm here.
Should have known I was in the temple.
Man, probably panicking.
Man,
lost the son.
Where you at?
And he just come, man, you should have known I was here.
This moment. Man, that's true though.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's true though. Dang. So that's who we are, man. Especially this, not just this podcast, not just this episode, not just the ministry, but us as children of God. Mm-hmm. We hype for Christ. We hype for Christ. Yeah. We hype for Christ. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's excitement. Because he said, make a joyful noise. Yeah, make a loud shout. Mm-hmm. Yeah, come enter into the gates with thanksgiving, to the courts with praise. Yeah, be thankful unto him and bless his name. Yeah. We hype, but it's a little bit deeper than just the word hype excitement. We hype for Christ, man. That's what it's all about. We ain't just doing this. We're not just doing this just to be putting on an event. Right. We're not just doing this just to have something at the church. We really want, and this is specified for young people. You know what I'm saying? Youth and young adults and not excluding adults, like older adults, but we want people to, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, remember the Creator in the days of thy youth. Mm-hmm. It's important, man. There's no reason why young people have to figure out life without Jesus. And a lot of times we allow that to happen. Mm-hmm. Even as parents, we allow that to happen because we tend to put other things before Jesus. Even though we may tell you, believe in Jesus, you need to go to church, you need to do this, have a life, pray about it and all that stuff. But we'll put college before Jesus. We'll put any type of education before Jesus. We'll be like, you need to figure out what you want to do with your life. When God is like, I don't want them to be a doctor. I don't want them to be a lawyer. I don't want them to be whatever we have planned for them or for our children. God is like, I have a plan. Maybe I want them to be a pastor. Maybe I want them to be a missionary. Maybe I want them to do this type of job so they can meet these type of people. Mm-hmm. Like, we never seek God for what he wants for our life, you know? And like, how has it been being a youth president, youth and young adult president?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Still pretty new to it, learning. You know, sometimes I come to y'all, Sister Garrison, and say, So what we gonna do about this? And they,
Yeah.
man, you tell me. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the decision maker. So that's
Yeah.
that part of it is get used to
Mhm.
the responsibility of it. I'm enjoying them kind of things.
Yeah.
Since I was younger, I always had a feeling and was just driven to leadership roles. Even on jobs, I was always
Yeah.
driven to leadership roles in
Yeah.
school
Mhm.
or wherever I was at.
Yeah.
And I never really knew why.
Yeah.
And sometimes I didn't enjoy it. I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to sit in the back and let them
Yeah.
make the decisions and all
Yeah,
that.
for
But
sure.
God always has a plan and a purpose.
Yeah.
But I enjoy that type of thing because obviously with God and with y'all and pastor and people that appointed me to be the president, y'all trust me,
Yeah.
have some type of belief in me that I'll do a good job at it. So that's a thing that I am appreciative of, and the thing that I realize more and more that I'm in this position for a reason.
Yeah.
Not getting arrogant in it or because I'm no better than anybody else. My opinion is not stronger than anybody else.
Right.
But I enjoy it. I enjoy the position God
Mhm.
has me in with it. I enjoy that I'm trusted to do it. I enjoy the process of doing it.
Yeah.
Even sometimes we like, man, I don't know what decision to make. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Being able to go to God, ask Him for guidance, being able to collaborate with the youth and the young adults to come together with plans, with things that we're gonna do.
Right.
Watching it grow and watching it progress, it just puts a smile on my face. Seeing our youth grow, like you said, get more bold.
Yeah.
I remember it was a time all of us, we get up there for an Easter speech. We a little nervous, our
Yeah.
voice shaky. Now we doing devotion, we
Mhm.
saying welcomes,
Yeah.
we doing advertisements. You know what I'm saying? We're not ashamed.
Right.
And it's a big thing that I feel and that I see is that we're not ashamed.
Right.
Even if we don't know how to do a thing, we'll do it.
Do it. Yeah, that's
You know
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So it's a thing I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I really enjoy growing with the ministries.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great experience. One that I didn't expect. I remember we were sitting over Sister Pastor and Sister Garrett's house. She just told me just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She's like, I done made the decision. You're gonna be the president of the youth and young adults. I'm like,
she told you.
just like that. I'm like, what?
That was her way of asking, huh?
Yeah.
Just let you know.
Just let me know.
I made the decision.
Yeah, it wasn't no talks about it. Wasn't no, how would you feel? They just told me. I was like, what the world? But it's nothing I saw coming, but I enjoy the process of it. I love to see the places that we do go. So yeah, ain't no complaints.
No complaint. That's what's up, man. It's good, man, to have you. For one, you young, so being the president of the youth and young adult it can be refreshing just to the church, because sometimes a lot of churches may have an older youth president, and sometimes the youth don't gravitate and want to listen and don't like the ideas, and you know what I'm saying, but you can relate, and that's amazing. And then you're relating from a young person standpoint, but at the same time, you know Christ, you believe in Christ, you love Christ. So you're leading from a spiritual standpoint. So you know you got the best of both worlds, where you can relate, you can talk to them, they can see you, how you move, how you talk, how you carry yourself, all the things that you want to do and trying to do in your life, and they can be encouraged. And that's a great thing. But that's how we should be to the world. He said must be a light to the world, right? And that's how we must be. Our life should be a light to other people. So no matter how old, how young, we should be a light to other people. And that's your position, um, at your age. The position you hold can be amazing and can be very beneficial to the church, because these youth or these young people, even the young adults, the ones that may be older, they can follow your lead. You know what I'm saying? And then once we start connecting more with the youth in the community, because we definitely want to connect with the youth in the community, they start seeing how you guys are enjoying Christ. Like, you know, the Bible talks about straddling the fence, being on one side, being on the other side, trying to be with God and trying to be with the world. God talks about that. The Bible talks about that. But when people that may be on the left side see the people on the right side enjoying being on the right side, that encourage them, like, man, maybe I can enjoy being on the right side, or it'll soften their heart to even hear what you have to say about
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Because maybe me going in talking to someone your age about Jesus that don't really know about Jesus, don't really want anything to do with Jesus, they may turn me off.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing someone their age and seeing how you enjoy it, they may want to know why, what you like about him, what it is about him. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? What why at your age, why are you not doing what I'm? They don't look at. They gonna be inquiring why, and so you got a story to tell. So this position is more than just sitting and being the youth president. It
Mm-hmm.
can it can really bring some people in.
Yeah.
No pressure, but it's the truth though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The truth though, man. So that's cool, man. I'm glad you're the president. I'm glad you enjoying it. You liking it. You taking it and driving with it.
Yeah.
Driving with it. Yeah. So man, we got a mission statement.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mission statement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the mission statement. Mission statement says we are committed to helping youth evolve daily into a generation that fears the Lord deeply, lives transformed by his word, shines his light boldly, and carries the gospel into every space of their lives.
We're doing a good job over there. I say so myself. Yeah, I like that. It covers really all the roles that we have.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing to have a mission. It's a good thing to have on paper or
Yeah.
elect whatever it is, just so you can see
Yeah.
the mission that the youth and the Hype for Christ department has.
Right.
And it's very important for us to be that way. It's very important for us to build up a youth, because the youth will eventually be the adults teaching the next set of
Right.
youth.
Right.
So it's a
Exactly.
great thing to have a youth that fear God and know who he is and want to live for him, not fearing the way of being afraid of him,
Yeah.
but honoring him, honoring who he is, understanding who he is, and being in awe of God, and not being able to comprehend how amazing he is.
Yeah.
And once we have that type of fear,
Mm-hmm.
once we recognize that, we'll make those sacrifices, we'll transform, because
Yeah.
especially as youth,
Yeah.
we grow up imitators. We want to do what the next
Yeah.
person do.
Yeah.
We want to be like this person or be like that person, because we
Right.
don't really know what to do. We don't really,
Right.
we learning right from wrong. We learning, okay, this is a good thing to do. This is not a good thing to do.
Right.
So when we have youth that understand that, they understand who God is, we'll be able to make better decisions. We'll be transformed by the word of God.
Right.
We'll be moved in a way that make us deny the word and say, I don't want to partake in that. I don't want to partake in the normal things that a teenage or a preteen may do, or a 20-something-year-old may do.
Right.
I'd rather be on this side. I'd rather do these things, because we understand who God is. And in that, in fearing him and being transformed by him and knowing our identity in him and his identity in us, and we'll be able to and be bold and confident and going and telling somebody who Jesus is.
Right.
Even if it's not, hey, do you know Jesus? Just living out our life for somebody do wrong to us or say something to us in a way, and then somebody will come and be like, why you ain't react this type of way?
Right.
Man, God done gave me this type of patience, or Jesus done work this type of thing in my heart, to where I know and understand I don't have to do that. I'm supposed to love this person.
Right.
And we could show who Jesus is in action rather than in words or in a conversation.
Yeah.
That's all good, and it's good to tell people Jesus is this, Jesus is that, but they'll receive it more if we show it, and then them seeing it open up their hearts. And because a lot of people, one thing I realize in getting older, people want to live a life that Jesus says we should live.
Right.
People don't want to be upset all the time. People don't want to be mean and put people down.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to. So they're going to come to you once you doing a certain thing and say, how do I get, they might not say it, but really in their heart, they're saying, how do I get in the position that you in?
Right.
And that'll open us up to a conversation about Jesus.
Right.
It's different when you talk about it, then try to show it, rather than showing it and then talking
Yeah.
about it. Because once they see it, they know it ain't fake. They know that, oh,
Mm,
they really mean this because
yeah,
they just showed me.
that's right.
Rather than trying to prove something you already done said, because then they'll look a certain type of way. I'm finna see if they really mean it, and they'll have like a backhanded way of viewing it,
Yeah.
in a way of
Mm.
I'm finna see if they do good, but really I'm looking to see if they do
If
bad.
they fail, yeah,
Yeah, so
exactly.
it's a great thing for us to have our mind set on. Our mind set on fearing the Lord.
Yeah,
Our mind set on being transformed. Our
yeah,
mind set on being the light of the world and
yeah,
the salt of the world.
right,
Our mind set on making disciples.
right,
Because that's what it's all about, learning who Christ is for yourself and teaching somebody else. And
right.
the cycle just continues. It continues.
Continue to go, and
It
that's
just
what it's
continues.
about. And that's why um, our foundational scriptures are our foundational scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, I thought I was putting too many scriptures as a foundation of scriptures, but
Uh-huh.
we have four.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're very important. They spell out exactly what Hype for Christ is. They spell out our mission. You
Mm-hmm.
know what we just read. So Deuteronomy 6:2,
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about fearing the Lord,
Right.
and we just talked about in Bible class other night in Deuteronomy chapter 5, I think verse 29,
Mm-hmm.
where God was like, "Oh, I wish they had such a heart as this to obey me and
Mm-hmm.
keep my commandments always," right?
Always.
So fearing the Lord and not this, I'm scared of him,
Mm-hmm.
this shaky fear. No, reverence, awe, honor, yeah, appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that fear, you know what I'm saying? He said, so I wish you just had a heart to fear me like this. You know, so that in Deuteronomy 6:2 talks about fearing the Lord, and that's one of our foundational scriptures. And Romans 12:1 and 2 has been one of my favorite scriptures from a
Yeah.
long time. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the mercy of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your
Reasonable
reasonable
service.
service.
Reasonable.
Reasonable service. Man. And don't be transformed by the world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So that's being transformed by God's word, being transformed by Jesus' life is vital.
Mm-hmm.
So Romans 12:1 and 2. And then we got Matthew 5:13 through 16,
Mm-hmm.
where it tells us that we're the salt of the earth, we're the light of the world.
Identity.
Our identity, man. That's our identity. Come on now. Matthew 28:19, right?
Mm-hmm.
28:19. Made me think about my boy. Go ye therefore and make disciples.
Mm-hmm.
So we learn to fear God, honor him, have an accurate and adequate view of who God is, right? Fear God and respond to him well and the way it should be. And then we go to Romans 12 and we be transformed by the renewing of our mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to Matthew 5:13. We become the light of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're the light of the world. We the salt of the earth, right? Like you said, we keep back decay. We keeping the world from dying.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The wages of sin is death. We're going to keep you from dying, right? Because we know what's going to happen when he come back to
Mm-hmm.
those that don't believe, right? So we want to keep back decay. We want to shine the light.
Mm-hmm.
Can't nothing be hidden in light, right? Can't nothing be hidden. So we want to shine the light. And then lastly, because we are bold in our living, we want to go make disciples.
All right.
Let's grow. That's what it's
Yeah.
about, right? Let's expand.
Make more people hype for Christ.
Make make more people hype for Christ, bro. That's all it is. Like it's not a event. It's
Right.
not a movement. It's a ministry.
Right.
You know, some people be like, "This is a movement." This one ain't really no movement. This is a ministry,
Mm-hmm. For
right?
God.
It's a ministry for God that will expand,
Mm-hmm.
right? That
Definitely.
will expand, and it's definitely going to expand, man. And this is what we're trying to do right here. Is just take what we know, take what God has done, take what God has created, take what God is doing in this church,
Mm-hmm.
take what God is doing with the youth in this church, and we're trying to share it with those YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever media, social media, this city right here, Holly Springs, man, we just want join more people with Hype for Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to be under the banner of Hype for Christ or the banner of Christ's New Beginning, be under the banner of Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's the main thing.
Right.
Like we have a amazing name, like Christ New Beginning, Hype for Christ. We have amazing names, but Jesus Christ, simple.
Right.
Well, we ain't got to talk about Hype for Christ. We ain't
Yeah.
got to talk about Christ New Beginning. Jesus Christ. We
Mm-hmm.
can talk about him. And that's what we're trying to get people to.
Right.
Jesus Christ. That's it, bro. You know, that's all we trying to do, man.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it.
So we talked about the acronym. For the viewers, why is it so important that we evolve daily?
So important that we evolve daily.
Not taking breaks, not saying, oh, I made it this far, I scale back a little bit, but that we do it every single day.
Well, first of all, God gave us everything.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did God give us everything, Jesus gave us everything.
Right.
He emptied himself. Heaven was emptied. God emptied himself in his son Jesus Christ. And like we've already stated, he's done so much for us. Like we can't repay him.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day we need him. Simply put, we can't wake ourselves up.
Right.
Yeah, we can't wake ourselves up. We can't put one foot in front of the other and make it move if it's not for his strength. We can't um we can't even breathe on our own. We can't control ourselves. We can't do anything outside of God doing it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we understand it or not, because sometimes we assume and we think that we do everything and we control everything. But God give us the power, God give us the strength, and God has done so much for us that we shouldn't even uh, think or allow a day to go by where we're not strengthened by God's presence. So evolving and living every day for Christ, it should be a priority for us. Um, do we start off that way? No. We must learn to get that way.
Mm-hmm.
We must learn to um, be thankful. We gotta experience God in a way that we never experienced Him before. Same simply how you went to KAA and you realize you experienced Him and you realize like, yeah, He real. So yeah, that's why I think is important to evolve every day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a day off. He's worth it every day.
I remember Pastor was preaching a sermon, and he was saying, what if God said he was going to take the day off? What if God was like, I ain't going to wake him up today, or I ain't going to give him health and strength in the way that we do him, or in the way that we be like, oh, I've done enough when we can do more.
Yeah.
Because God, with all the things he done, he could have been said, I done enough.
Yeah.
Y'all just handling it on your own. But he still sit there as the Spirit. So just imagine that sometimes what I think of and what pushes me and encourages me is, man, what if God started slacking on me the way I slack on him? Where would I be?
Yeah.
So we gotta give him what he have given us.
That's true.
We love him because he first loved us.
That's right. And that's true, man. God has done so much, and just thinking about, our mission again. If we don't fear him, if we don't transform, if we don't become the light, we have wasted our entire life. We've wasted our entire life. Like we don't even get to the go make disciples part, but those three things we wasted the entire life because I'm always reminded of Mark chapter 8, where it's like, what can you give in exchange for your soul? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? And I just have to think about that on a real level. Like, no matter who we are, we want money, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want nice things. We want material stuff. I mean, all of us do. You know, we do. Some of us more than others.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of us want name brand things, whatever the case. But looking at it on a spiritual level, Jesus says, "What does it profit you?" Like when you get to the end, when you get to the end, what does it profit you to get all of this stuff, gain the whole world, but then lose your soul? And then he didn't leave it there. The next verse says, "What can you give in exchange for your soul?" You know,
And it's deep.
what can you give?
It's the only thing that's gonna last. And we get caught up a lot of times in what's down here.
Yeah,
When he says like a miss.
that's a miss, man.
Then we only got one life. We only got one chance.
Yeah.
You can't go back, even on a daily basis. You can't go back to yesterday and get
Can't go
what's
back.
gone.
Can't go back. It may be what time? 8:53. We can't go back to 8:52.
At all.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're like, man, I wish I had them.
Yeah.
Or if I had known this,
Yeah.
when that happened,
Yeah.
you can't go back. You
Yeah.
just gotta take it on the chin and keep pressing forward.
Keep going. Simple as that.
He give you one chance, one opportunity. We gotta make the most of that.
Gotta make the most of it.
Kind of answering that question, like why it's so important daily, is you can't waste a day. You can't waste a day. You cannot get that day back.
No.
What happened yesterday might set up something for today.
Yeah.
That's what I like when he was telling Peter.
Yeah.
He didn't tell the other disciples pray. He
Yeah.
told them to be there, but he told Peter pray. And we came down. He said you couldn't pray for an hour because he knew when Peter went out, he was gonna deny him. He knew someone was coming.
Yeah.
So when we get that urge in our heart, like man, you need to go read, or you need to pray, or even in life where you need to speak to this person, or you need to do this for that person. You never know what could happen.
Right.
You like the word says that if we don't tell somebody what's right, he'll hold that on our account.
Right.
He said he'll say that's your fault because I've instructed you to do whatever it may be that he told you to do in that moment.
Right.
You didn't do it. And had you have done it, whatever happened may be completely different.
Yeah.
So we can't miss a moment.
Miss a moment.
Every moment is big.
It's that important. Every single day is that important. Every single day is that important to be focused.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said, you never know what's going to happen in that day. You never know who you're going to meet in that day. You never know who you're going to pray, how you need to pray for that day. Never know how you need to be spiritually aligned that day for whatever's going to happen that day. So every day must be focused on God. And that's the encouragement for everybody. You know, again, we said perfection is not what we're looking for. Progression is what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Progression will lead you to perfection. Right? So progression. That's all we want to do. We want to progress. You know, we want to progress. Want to get better and better each and every day, man. Wow. Man, we can talk about this on and on, on and on and on. It's good stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
I call it the good news.
That's what it is. It's the good news, bro. It's good news. I got one question. What piece of advice would you give to youth that struggle to live holy?
Piece of advice I would give to youth who struggle to live holy. Be authentic. It's the best way I can cover all the thoughts I just had. I had about 50 of them, and that's I'm trying to figure out which one. But be authentic, because the Bible tells you that your labor is not going to go in vain.
Right.
Even if you are struggling, be authentic. Go to God. He said, if you confess your sins, he's faithful to forgive them.
That's right.
But if you're not being authentic, then you can't get there. If you're not picking up your cross, and if if you're not going to God boldly and saying, God, I struggle with this,
Yeah.
whatever it may be something that we think may be small, but he says, consider the Lord in all our ways.
Right.
So if we go to God and say, God, I struggle with this, I need help with this, we just let it out and take our guard down when it comes to God. A lot of times we go to God with a guard up. We go to God trying to seem as if we got things figured out and we just need a little bit of help. But we know, like, say, God, I'm struggling. I'm in a pit. Like, another thing that helped me a lot too is reading Psalms, reading how David poured his heart out to God. And I'm thinking, like, man, this is David. He told God, if I had wings, I'd fly away and be at rest. Like, I don't even want to deal with this. I don't want to be in this position. Like, and he was the man after God's heart. And he had these type of feelings. And he went before God in this way. So we have to be authentic with God. He already knows what we're going through. We feel like we can hide it from him. We feel like, oh, if I don't take this to God, then I can keep it under wraps. And then that'll lead to us feeling like we can figure it out on our own. But we can't figure it out on our own. The only way we'll go from a place of struggling to a place of thriving and succeeding is if we let our guard down and go to God. And we have to get our help from God.
That's right.
He's the only one that's going to help us. Our manpower, I'm not doing this no more. I'm going to make sure it's not going to help us. Nah. We fighting the spiritual devil with spiritual beings, and we toil not against flesh and blood. Powers in high places, principalities, wickedness, all of these different things, stuff that's way deeper than what's down here. And you know what I'm saying? We may feel like we got all of this and I can do this and I can do that. You got to go to God for it.
You got to go to God.
It have to be the Spirit of God that gets you through this situation.
That's right.
Even if it's struggling with having your mind made up, even if it's a place of, I want to live for God, but at the same time, I have to leave these things behind that sometimes have our heart attached. But we got to be authentic. We got to be honest with God. We got to confess. That's the first step is confess. You got to be authentic with him. And even with our efforts, we can't just read the Bible just because, oh, well, like, yes, in a way, you can say, if I read the Bible, it'll help me get better. But we can't go, oh, I'm finna read this so I can be better. In a way, it's got to be, I'm finna read this so I can get closer to God. So I can understand who God is. We got to be authentic in all that we do. We can't trick them. We can't fool them. We can't get over them, under them, around them. You got to go through them. It's the only place you got. So we just got to be authentic with God and be authentic with ourselves. A lot of times, especially as young people, we'll lie to ourselves. We'll tell ourselves, oh, I can do this, knowing we can't do it, trying to trick our own selves, trying to manipulate our own minds, knowing deep down in our hearts, like, man, I can't do this. I can't handle this by myself. Or even being authentic with older people, with our parents. Sometimes we'll feel like, oh, my parents, they just want to take care of me. They just want to give me food or whatever. But our parents care about us. That's what I realized too. As I get older, man, don't nobody care about you like your parents do. Nobody. Don't nobody want you to succeed like your parents do. You can be authentic with your parents. You can be authentic with your pastor or mentor you have in your life. If you don't have this, sometimes it helps to be authentic with your friends. Some things you can't tell people everything, of course, but if you got somebody you feel like you can trust, be authentic with them. Have a conversation with them. That's why God tells us to forsake not the assembling of ourselves amongst each other. So we can fellowship with each other. We can bear those who are strong can bear the infirmities of the weak. Like it's in the word. He tells us what to do. We got to lean on him. We got to lean on each other. Like we all brothers and sisters in Christ. And we should have a mind of Christ. It made me think about, I can't remember exactly where it was. I want to say Corinthians, but I don't want to misquote it. But Paul was telling the people, like, ain't no need to go to court against each other. Y'all don't have nobody who can get this figured out. No righteous man can help y'all through this. So, like, we got the Spirit of God. God give us knowledge. God give us wisdom. God give us understanding. He said he give it freely. All we got to do is be authentic and ask and say, God, I need some knowledge. We can't be puffed up in ourselves. That's why he only accepts us as humble. Because we got to realize, man, I need some help. So
that's true.
For you struggling, whoever may be struggling, you got to ask God for help.
That's right.
You got to be authentic when you ask for help. You got to want to be helped for the right reasons, not
Yeah.
want to be helped so I can stop feeling this way and do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
You got to want to be helped so you can give God what he deserves. So be authentic.
That's good advice. I think that's what a lot of people need, not just young people. Trying to live holy, you definitely need to be authentic with God. That's the first step. That's a good first step. You can't trick God.
At all.
Try to act like you're holy, but really you're not. But yeah, it's good. I
And
like
you
that.
got to realize if we're not, it's okay. Not in the way of stay there, you fine if you're there, but he sent Jesus for a
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
And that's what the Spirit tell me a lot of times when I may commit a sin or I may slack a little bit, and the devil will try to make you shamed or discouraged, but he wanted to send Jesus if you didn't go through it.
Yeah.
It was a reason he sent him.
That's right.
Because we're gonna mess up. We gonna need the help. We
Don't
need him.
And he there for us.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. I think that helped the people right there. I think that helped the people. I helped the people, man. That's good, man. It's our first episode.
Yeah.
We got many more
First
episodes to
amendment.
come. Yeah, many more episodes to come. It's good. While we wrap this up, man, I think Hype for Christ. When people understand what Hype for Christ is, and not just Hype for Christ here at the church and Hype for Christ in ministry, just Hype for Christ in their own personal life, I think people will grow. I think people will become better in Christ. I think people will learn to love the Lord authentically. Yeah, I think people will learn to enjoy life. I think that's what a lot of people are missing in this day and time. We're looking for the president. We're looking for the government. We're looking for all this stuff to help us. We're looking for our jobs. We're looking for a business. We're looking for whatever. Sometimes we're looking for a church to do it. We're looking for a pastor to do it. But when we really give our life to Christ, we'll see a difference. We'll see a difference. So it's amazing. Again, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all like and subscribe once again. Share it. Tell young people that there's a youth podcast out here that they need to tune in to. We'll have more episodes coming. We'll have more young people coming on. We'll have our pastor coming on. So like and subscribe. Share it. Bring more people to the platform so they can see what's going on, not just here at Christ in the Beginning, but what God is doing. So it's been amazing. Again, I'm here with our youth president here at the church, PJ. That's what we call him. PJ. You can call him bro PJ. PJ. And look forward to the next one, bro.
Yes,
And we don't need a long span between.
Yeah.
Need to come right back and get another one going. But until next time, y'all. Peace.